"Axel, go!" The officer commanded. The dog surged forward, fast, focused, but just inches from the old man he froze. Then quietly he sat. No one really noticed the elderly man who wandered Bridgetown, Missouri's town square most days. Raymond Tucker, a 77-year-old retired postal worker, walked with a limp and always wore the same worn green jacket. To most, he was invisible, a lonely figure on park benches, feeding birds with scraps of bread. But Raymond wasn't just a harmless old man. Back in 1972, he'd served overseas as a canine handler in the Army. His partner had been a German shepherd named Major. Together, they cleared buildings, patrolled dusty roads, and faced ambushes, until the day a landmine took Major's life and shattered Raymond's spirit. He was discharged shortly after and never owned another dog again. Some losses, he once told a passerby, they don't leave you. They just live in you quietly. One crisp Thursday morning, Raymond returned to his usual bench near the playground. The breeze smelled of grass and drying leaves. Children's laughter echoed nearby. Watching them always gave him a sense of peace, even though he never spoke to anyone. But this time something changed. A shopkeeper had called the police, reporting an unstable man loitering too close to kids. 2 squad cars arrived. One officer approached cautiously, while the second hung back with his canine partner Axel, a sleek, disciplined German shepherd. "Sir, step away from playground," the officer said firmly. Raymond, partially deaf, didn't hear him. He raised a hand to his ear and took a step forward. The younger officer misread the gesture. "K9 unit, engage." Axel bolted. The world seemed to freeze. A child dropped their toy. Raymond blinked in confusion, and then nothing. Axel halted, his body rigid, then softened. He sat gently at the old man's feet. Silence fell over the square. Slowly, Axel leaned in, pressing his nose into Raymond's trembling hand. Raymond stared, his lips parted. "Major," he whispered, his eyes filled with tears. He knew it couldn't be, but something in Axel's gaze, the calm weight of his presence, was hauntingly familiar. "Axel, return." The officer barked, but Axel didn't move. Instead, he nestled closer to Raymond and rested his head on the man's knee. Almost like he was saying, "I know you. I'm here now." Bystanders stared in disbelief. Phones came out. One filmed the surreal scene, a trained police dog ignoring orders to comfort an old man. Raymond's fingers trembled as they stroked Axel's fur. "You didn't forget me, did you?" he whispered. "You remembered." The officers later apologized. Axel's never disobeyed. One said again and again, "Never." 3 days later, Bridgetown police called Raymond. Axel was set to retire soon, and after what they'd witnessed, they asked if he'd consider adopting him. Raymond didn't hesitate. By spring, the square looked different. Raymond still wore his frayed green jacket, but now his step was stronger, and beside him trotted Axel, no longer an officer, just a friend. 2 old souls finally reunited. Sometimes the ones trained to obey orders know when to follow something deeper, their hearts.